Well, I remember the Christmas when Papa had leukemia.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Because I remember, I don't know if y'all remember it, but so how I would have been. He must have had leukemia when I was younger, but he died when I was like 16, 15, 16.
Yeah. You were about 16.
Because I remember that it was when I was younger. I mean, how long did he have it? How many
Well,
years?
it was Hodgkin's disease.
Oh, was it? I thought, okay.
Yeah, it was non-Hodgkin's, so it was incurable. Um, he had it, well, he probably had it when you were born,
Oh,
but
okay.
he didn't, he wasn't diagnosed until later.
Mm-hmm.
But he had big
Lumps.
lumps
I remember
under
him
his arm.
under his neck too, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had them, yeah.
Well, the thing I remember, I don't know if you remember or even understood, but they gave us a dime for Christmas.
Did they?
I don't know if you remember that.
I didn't remember
Well,
that.
Granny and Papa, I think it was Granny, came around and gave all the kids a dime. And when they gave me a dime, I cried. And she was saying, "Baby, I'm sorry, it's all I can give." I wasn't crying about the dime.
Yeah.
I was crying because I felt bad that my grandfather and grandmother, you know what I mean,
was getting where they
couldn't, I knew why it was a dime, but I didn't care that it was a dime. I was just crying about him.
Yeah.
And she didn't understand it, and she was trying to tell me that she was sorry. That's all she could give, and she wasn't understanding that wasn't why I was crying. But I was so choked up I couldn't explain it.
I know.
And I finally did,
Yeah.
But I just remember him being sick, and that was so he was sick for a long time. Yeah.
Oh yeah, about 8 to 10 years.
Yeah.
And but he went up and had the chemotherapy,
Mm-hmm.
and it was $200. I think he went. Didn't he go every week?
I don't remember.
I can't remember. But then he had to take 21 pills for 7 days after he took.
Yeah, I'm sure that.
Yeah.
So he died when I was 16. So that would mean
he died in
1979.
1979.
Okay.
May the 21st.
1979. Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
And Mama died November the 21st of 1993.
Mm. I didn't remember the dates.
Yeah. And we
She
had her
died.
funeral the day before Thanksgiving.
Yeah. She died of just a heart attack or.
Well, it was pulmonary embolism.
Okay.
It was actually from a broken ankle.
Huh.
And they told her she could go ahead and start walking on it.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a blood clot, and it went into her
Heart.
Yeah, somehow
Mm-hmm.
the pulmonary,
Mm-hmm.
and she just died instantly.
Yeah. Yeah. Sitting on the side of the bed. That's what I understand.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she was fixing to go to bed.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Well, now, Papa, when he died,
He died in the hospital.
did he? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't. I just remember. I remember I was dating Lynn at that time.
Yeah.
And because I was about 16 or so, because we were together when I just remember when. I don't know how I must have just heard about it, and then I was with her because I was upset about it. I just remember that. So.
Yeah. Well, see, actually, he didn't die of the Hodgkin's. He died because of pneumonia.
Oh, okay.
But what he did was, he said he got us all one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
What he told me was, he said, I know they have done all they can do for me. But he said, one thing else I can do is take one of the experimental drugs.
Mm-hmm.
He said, it may not work. If it don't work, I'll die sooner.
Mm-hmm.
But he said, at least that will help them know they can't give that to somebody else.
Oh my God.
So he did one of the experimental things
Mhm.
to help them find out if that one thing would help. And it took every bit of his immune system, and he died. He was shaking and couldn't even stay on the bed.
Mm.
So he really, he wouldn't have had much longer.
Right.
But he told each of us individually that he did that, and he told us when he was going to go back and do it.
Mhm.
He said it may help, it may not.
Yeah.